Well, just first off, appreciate all the Tiger fans, coming out a couple hours late and sticking with us. Thought the energy at Doug Kingsmore tonight was awesome, and really appreciate their support, especially with the weather delays. Know that's not always easy, but it was awesome. Truly a 10th man, so that was really cool to see. I thought Gordo really set a tone. Pitched very well. Just had some good stuff. Gave us over 4 strong innings, and then with Jackson Lindley coming in and Casey Talent finishing it up, I just thought split the game pretty well between those 3 guys, and then offensively, it's a great tone setter by Cooper Ingle to lead off the first inning, first pitch, home run, and then with Blake and Cam back-to-back doubles, and then just seemed like throughout the night there was just a lot of quality contact, and we were obviously facing a very good pitcher, very good team coming in, and just like the way we had, like the way we set the tone on the opening game of a series. And we know there's a lot more weekend left to play, and looking forward to tomorrow.
All right, let's pause 1 second, let Phil plug in, and then we'll ask questions of players.
Sorry about that.
You're fine. We started pretty quick. So.
I didn't realize you had to. Go right ahead. I'm good.
All right.
Austin,
questions for players?
Austin, you got the no decision, just one out short of the win, but as a guy from Myrtle Beach, how cool is it for you to go out and pitch the way you did against the Gamecocks?
It's very cool. I give all the credit to my defense and my offense. Defense behind me, every single guy behind me, just played with everything they got, nothing to lose, and then the offense just erupted all night.
Also, were there any adjustments you made from your last start, and what do you feel like was working so well for you tonight?
So I talked to Coach Bellinger on Monday, and we decided that we were that I was gonna go Friday night, and we just made some tiny adjustments. Worked a couple new pitches in there, just to have more of a mix, and I think it worked pretty well.
Like, y'all had a tough week last week, 4 straight losses, but coming into this series, you're facing a really good team, the rivalry, all that stuff. They're undefeated. Just what was the mindset of the team coming in? Was it like kind of like a clean slate for you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like playing the Gamecocks. You forget about everything that's happened, and every team goes through a tough stretch. But it definitely made us stronger. We had 2 great practices, and we were just aggressive on the go, and then treating it like every other game, trying to get a win.
Blake, what can you say about your pitching staff and the way they pitched tonight for you guys? That was a hot team coming in here, scoring a lot of runs.
No, absolutely incredible, especially this guy. Pitched his butt off, and it was incredible to see, some local guys to come in after him and really shut the door. But it was fun to watch. It was cool.
Blake Sanders has had a lot of success this year. Did y'all see anything that you felt like led to success on your end, or how were you able to kind of get on him?
Yeah, he's a great pitcher, but we had a good approach going into it, on the go, on the attack, and that's just that's our offensive mindset and approach. So that's kind of what we did.
Austin, how important was it for you, for the offense, to get off to the start they did, give you a couple run cushion there right off the bat?
It definitely took some pressure off, but we were still on the go, still on the attack, just constantly competing.
Blake, you and Benjamin and Cam swing the bat the way you are, the 3 of you guys. How nice is it for you to know you have those guys behind you that can move you around the bases?
Oh, it's incredible. It all goes back to the approach that we have as a team, and we're on the go, we're on the attack. So every time I feel like I get on base, I feel like those guys drive me in, and we're just going to pass the baton. That's the kind of offense that we are.
Any other questions for players? All right, thank you, players. We'll excuse them. Go ahead with questions for Coach.
Coach, how good does it feel on a personal level to beat the Gamecocks in your first meeting with them? Best rivalry, arguably, in college baseball.
Yeah, it is. It's the best rivalry in college baseball, and it's just as electric as I remember it 21 years ago. And they're a great team. They're ranked. They come in with. It's tough to beat everybody on your schedule like they had done coming in, and we know that Sanders is a heck of a pitcher, as is Holland, and and Mahoney and the rest of their staff. I mean, they're a very good team. So there's a lot of weekend left, but you know, it feels good in any weekend to get the first one and set the tone the way we did. I thought, you know, just the way we pitched, and we made enough defensive plays, even though we had a few miscues. But to really, you know, to get a lead early, I thought was a big deal, especially, you know, coming off the 4-game skid where, you know, we had, you know, that just didn't go as planned, and but to be able to separate a little and get a little bit of a cushion, I think it gave everybody a chance to exhale and just play a little bit more mentally free. So really happy for the guys. It's a great rivalry. It's the best rivalry, and there's a lot of rivalry left this weekend. So.
Could you ask for a better start, Gordon, getting the three, you know, 1, 2, 3, and then get a solo home run first pitch?
I told the team that in the dugout after the game. That was just a great tone setter of a first inning for Austin to go 1, 2, 3, and then Cooper hit the first pitch out. I don't know if he could script it better than that. So we would definitely sign up for that every time. But that was you know, to start the weekend off, to start the rivalry off. That was pretty good.
From after the Upstate loss to this game, I guess what you see in practice that made you feel good about the guys, or how they kind of respond to that skid that you mentioned?
Yeah, it's really nothing physical. It's more mental. It's just a mindset. You know, we needed to stay positive, and you know, we knew that the way we played the last 4 games had no bearing and no impact on the way we're capable of playing in this rivalry series. And so that was more the message of, you know, we need to just get back to being the aggressor. And I thought our guys did that. You heard Blake talk about being on the attack, and I thought they looked that tonight. They came out with that type of, you know, a boxer's puncher's mentality, and that's you know, that's kind of how it felt. That's how it looked, and we're lucky it worked out for us tonight.
It seemed like y'all were trying to attack early in the count with Sanders and trying to maybe jump on some first pitch fastballs. Is that kind of the mindset? Did you see something that you kind of liked with that thought process?
Well, he's got great stuff. You know, you got a guy who's up to 96 with his fastball and has a slider, a curveball, and a changeup, and 2 different breaking balls, and both are swing and miss pitches. So I think, you know, any hitter, you know, getting a first pitch fastball in the zone to hit, I thought our guys did a good job with that, getting a fastball early. But, you know, he's a great pitcher. He's got a very bright future ahead of him for sure.
Just moving a guy up one day, but to have Austin start the first game and set the tone the way he did, I guess, what does that say about him as a pitcher and his maturation?
It says a lot about him as a teammate, as a pitcher. It's just the ability to perform when whatever the team asks of him and needs of him. And so for him to be on 1 day short rest and be able to go 90+ pitches and you know, 4+ innings, you know, I'm sure he would have, you know, wished maybe he could have gone a little bit longer, but I thought for those 4 innings he was fantastic. And you know, we knew we had all hands on deck, and you know, at the time of the game we were thinking Lindley would be more of an end of the game guy, but the situation of the game called for Lindley in the middle there to kind of try to shut down the pressure they were putting on us. But getting back to Austin, he did a great job and gave us, you know, the start that we were hoping for, just allowing our offense to establish a lead and to separate a little bit. So he did great.
Coach, 3 more hits for Cam tonight. He's hit safely in all 9 of his first career games at the collegiate level, batting .459. Is he off to about as good a start as you've seen from a freshman?
You know, Cam's one of those guys. He's got a slow heartbeat. You know, you can call it poise. You can call it he's neutral. He stays centered. You know, even when he's hitting doubles or he doesn't get too high, and when he gets thrown out on the bases or struck out on a changeup, he doesn't get too low. He just stays even. He stays neutral. He stays centered, and you know, that's beyond the years of most freshmen. Most freshmen will mentally have the highs and the lows, and he doesn't. And I think that's why he puts himself in a good position to have a lot of success and just be able to go play, because he's able to stay in the middle.
Obviously, you never want to lose a game, but do you feel like it was maybe good to get some early adversity and kind of be able to bounce back from that and get an early test before playing South Carolina?
I do. I think adversity is always a good thing if you can make the adjustments and improve and learn from it, and not make the same mistakes. We had a base running mistake today that we also had against USC Upstate with running to third base with less than 2 outs or no outs, making the first out at third. So we're still making some mistakes, but I like that we're making aggressive mistakes. Much rather us make aggressive mistakes than timid mistakes. So that we are making the good kind of mistakes, and told them, every game, feel free to make mistakes. Just play mentally free. Go get it. Playground mentality. But I do think that adversity is good, and that's what you want early in the season. You want to have those opportunities for growth, and there's no finish line when you're on that journey of constant growth and improvement like we are. But it's going to certainly help us in the long run, and I really think that will be one of the drivers for us to surge at the end and play well at the end.
What sort of injury is Ryan dealing with, and so what's his status?
We got great news today, and it's a muscle forearm strain, just something in the forearm that will be kind of is the best case scenario for us. So I guess I would just call it a forearm strain, and he should be back in a few weeks.
Just 2 walks tonight. How much of a point of emphasis was that going into this series, limiting the free 90s?
Yeah, we always try to keep it under 3 between walks and hit by pitches, and under 7 freebies total between any of their advancement on the bases beyond the norm. So I thought our guys we did a pretty good job, especially from a pitching side. We did allow some extra 90s defensively.